Hello, I am Marc Santinduaso, Oslo Tennis Club tennis coach, and I would like to welcome you to the 3-minute tips. Today what we are going to talk about is how to play under wet and also when there is a lot of humidity circumstances, especially under wet situations. The first thing is that you have to pay attention because the court can be very slippery. So if the lines of the court are slippery, especially the lines, I highly recommend you to wait a bit until they get dry, okay? Because it can be dangerous. Now, if we have a balance where we put two dry balls, as you can see, the wave is the same. And if we have a balance where we put a dry ball and a wet ball, the wet ball is heavier. So this is going to have a huge impact to your game. The bounce of the ball. The bounce of the ball of a dry ball, that's the roof of the bounce. And the bounce of the ball of a wet ball, this is going to be the roof. So as you can see, there is a huge decrease of the height of the bounce. This is going to have also a huge impact to your game. Now, there are two main shots under wet situation that I recommend you that you play. Use flat and slice. These shots are becoming even faster and lower than in a normal situation. So these are the ones to play under wet situations because are very painful for the opponent. And be careful to play topspin. To play topspin requires a lot of energy. So under wet situations where the ball is heavier means that I need even more effort than normal. So you can get tired earlier or before the opponent if it's playing flat or a slice. And also the topspin bounce is not going to have the same bounce, the same height and the same speed as usual. Okay, they are going to become slower and lower. So no painful for the opponent. Use flat and slice instead. There are two main strategies when we are playing under wet situations. The first one, make your opponent run. And how are we going to do that? Which tactics are we going to use? Starting with the serve. Use wide serves. Open the court from the beginning. Cross court shots. Play to the wrong foot. I will explain it later. And use different types of shots. Different heights, different length, different effects. And I'm almost done. Because we are going to go for the last one, the second strategy, that is to go to the net. And how are we going to do that? For example, play a slice even if you are from the baseline and go to the net. Remember that the slice is going to be really effective under wet situations. Approach shot and volley. Serve and volley even if you are not used to do it. Return and volley, and one type of return and volley, the chip and charge. You can also use it. Now, under wet situations, try to avoid to play the kick serve. Kick serve, normally we use the kick serve on a second serve. Instead of kick serve, that is not going to be painful because it's not going to bounce on the other side and it's going to be very slow serve. Instead of kick, use the slice serve as a second serve, for example. And I really encourage you to try to hit to the wrong foot under wet situations. I'm going to explain this with a video that you will watch it now. You will watch Roger Federer playing against Djokovic in Wimbledon, on grass court. Federer is serving and you will see that Djokovic is, after the return, is coming back to the middle, and Federer, instead of playing the first volley, because he's going to the net, instead of playing the first volley to the other side where he was Djokovic, is playing to the same side. This is to play to the wrong foot. Let's watch it. And if you are not able to watch it, I will put the link. Federer is serving, Djokovic coming back to the middle, Federer repeating the same plays. I will put it again. Djokovic was expecting the first volley on the other side. As you can see, Djokovic didn't have time enough to react to this volley. This is to play to the wrong foot. Use it because under wet situations, this tactic is very effective. And remember, under wet or with a lot of humidity situations, use flat and slice. On the next video, topspin, slice or flat. Which is the most difficult one to do it, to hit? If you want to follow me on YouTube, A Slice of Tennis, and on Facebook, Marc Santinduaso Tennis Coach, or at Marc Tennis Coach. Tusen tak, thank you, vi ses!